Well, hello. In just a week, we will be starting in Philadelphia to watch the world's greatest players take the stage in the Home Run Derby, All-Star Game, and much more. But today we are going to have this rubber match on a long Philadelphia Phillies road trip to conclude their series against the Kansas City Royals. After that, the Phillies will be taking a trip to, let me just make sure I got this right, Cincinnati to face on the Reds, and then back to face another AL Central team in the Detroit Tigers. Both teams have completely different objectives right now. The Phillies, for one, are just trying to sneak in as I click a car ad next MLB, as the Phillies are trying to sneak in and take the NL East away from the Braves. It's getting much closer as only 3 games behind. Braves 4-6 in their last 10. Phillies the same. Both of them didn't. It stayed 3 games behind after yesterday's games. Phillies lost to the Royals. Braves lost their game last night as well. But if you look at the Kansas City Royals, yeah, it's just them trying to not just the worst team in baseball, or the American League, but the worst team in baseball. That tribute right now doesn't go to the Rockies, who we all thought they're very close, but it's actually the Los Angeles Angels, who are at a 36-55 record. The Royals 36-54. So if they lose today's game, they will be tied as the worst team in the MLB. The funny thing about this, though, is even just past halfway through the MLB season, the Royals are 9 games back from a wild card spot. Heck, them and the Angels are the only teams that are closely just fallen back in the American League as the 3rd worst team in the American League, which hurts to say it, but the Detroit Tigers are only 5 games behind a wild card spot after them getting a nice series win against the Texas Rangers. Let me just get on my live stream so I can get the time of first pitch, which will be 2:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Except I know with the first pitch, it's always not that time. It's usually maybe a minute or 2 later, honestly. But yeah, we can take a quick peek at this lineup, and yeah, just looking at the Phillies all-star players. Yeah, Phillies are representing them is going to be Brandon Marsh, who will be started. Bryce Harper will be a reserve. This is his 9th career All-Star game, future Hall of Famer. Kyle Schwarber will also be a reserve since, yeah, it was him and Ohtani. No one's beaten Ohtani, him being the Phase 1 selectee starting DH for the All-Star game. Yeah, and then Christopher Sanchez, who we will see today, who has just been insane as of recently. To me, when I think of NL pitching, I think of Paul Skeens, Jacob Mizorowski, but yeah, Christopher Sanchez, 2.0 ERA on the dot. He's got a 136 strikeouts just past the halfway mark through the season, given 10 wins in his 18 starts, only 3 losses, and it's just been phenomenal for this Phillies organization His ERA did spike a little bit in his last 7 games, going 2.62, but still hoisting a nice 5-1 record. But a really good game against Pittsburgh last time out. 7 innings pitched, no earned runs given up, just a few hits and a pair of walks, but 9 total strikeouts. It was just that Washington game where he got a bit shelled out there. 5 innings pitched, 5 earned runs given up. Still, no decision for him that day as well. Phillies able to get his, save their pitchers' backs when they are stuck a bit in the woods. As you take a peek at that run differential. I was going to say something really good about the Phillies. They only have a run differential of +7. I don't want to sound like a complete nerd, but I thought with how they're doing, 10 games over, second in the NL East, second in the NL wild card, and trying to get 5 All-Stars. Bryce Harper on the team, Kyle Schwarber. I think it would be much higher, but I guess the games they lose are not their best games. Yeah. That's just how it works, though, baseball being a game of wins and losses. I mean, you got the Detroit Tigers and Boston Red Sox. The Tigers 10 games under 500. They have a positive run differential of 11. The Red Sox 40-48, a positive run differential of +5. The Cleveland Guardians 3 games over 500 and a -9 run differential. But we'll get started in just a couple minutes, as I'll just say the lineup. Leading off for the Philadelphia Phillies, Trey Turner. Batted as a designated hitter and second, Kyle Schwarber. Then the number 3 hitter, Bryce Harper. Lek Bohm will be your cleanup hitter today for the Phillies. Brandon Marsh will be at 5th. Edmundo Sosa out in left for a bat in 6th. Bryson Stott will bat 7th. JT Realmuto will be 8th. And the 9th hitter, Derek Hill. And then we got the Royals. We'll see their outfield, infield, and all that good stuff. Starlin Marte will be out in left. Center field patrolled by Lane Thomas. Out in right, Jack Caglianone. On the hot corner, Josh Rojas. Tyler Tolbert at short. At second, Nick Lofton. And at first, Salvador Perez. And then you're going to have Noah Cameron to pitch today for this Royals team. He's been doing not terrible. He's pitching like a replacement level pitcher. I guess you could really say having that sophomore slump too. That was a very good 2025 rookie season for him, hosting a sub-3 ERA, going 9-7, and being 36% better than the average pitcher in rookie season. Got 4th in AL rookie vote-in, as he hopes to get the ship turned around by this really good Phillies offense. Cameron is warming up as we speak right now. Like I said, just trying to really get off that 5 ERA of 5. He does good preventing the long ball, though. 83 innings pitched, only 10 home runs allowed. Actually, that's not the greatest, but just a home run about every 9 innings, give or take. Let's get that scoreboard loaded up. Phillies 10 games over at 50-40. Royals, why can't I do math? 18 games under 500, just trying to prevent themselves being the worst team in MLB as Trey Turner takes into the batter's box. He pops one up high in foul territory at Salvador Perez, but he runs out of room to make it strike one. Turner trying to get the ship turned around. Remember that one time he struggled when he became part of this Phillies organization. Is now he's going to hit one high and deep into the gap. That ball is going to just bang off the wall as Turner is going to just settle into second base to start this day with a leadoff double. Nearly almost out of here as that one just topped off the wall. But with this great Phillies offense, I would be in awe if Trey Turner will be stranded to end this inning. So a loud start for today's ball game as it's going to be lefty on lefty. Kyle Schwarber against Cameron. The first pitch will be fouled away. So Schwarber, the DH reserve. For obvious reasons, 30 home runs on the year. Just one of those guys that seems to always be in the top 5 of MVP voting, as he'll take one way low for ball one, but just unable to really get that MVP, especially with players such as Ohtani. In his 11th career season, as here comes the 1-1 to Schwarber. Way high, get out of the way. Whew. Schwarber hits the deck as Cameron almost gets to his face. Ooh, 2-1 to Schwarber. 3-time All-Star will be number 4. But yeah, second MVP voted last year, which is, with Ohtani in the way of that, can't really get that MVP award. When trying to chase that amazing 60 home run season, and Schwarber's going to take a hack of that four-seamer to make it 2-2. We are halfway through, or more than halfway through the season, but 30 home runs puts you on a decent pace. Even count the 2-2. Good take by Schwarber. Able to lay off the high off speed. Turner still on second, the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Cameron does a nice job just making sure to retire a very well-disciplined hitter in the name of Kyle Schwarber to make it 1 gone in this inning. Now after able to strike out another tough hitter, you got to face Bryce Harper. Harper, after leaving the Nats in 2019, still trying to find that ring, as Harper is going to take ball one. Especially felt like a gut blow, too, with, there we go. When the Nats were able to win it all the first season without Harper, as here comes the 1-0. That ball will be in there for strike one. It's a nice off-speed pitch near the outer edge. The 1-1. Change up low for ball two. Two-time MVP. The latest one being that 2021 season, as Bryce Harper is going to get in a nice 3-1 count as he takes another pitch low. Don Mattingly is this Phillies interim manager, as he's 41-21 with the team, the 3-1, as it's outside on the four-seamer to make it ball 4. So 2 runners on with 1 away. That does set up the potential double play, but you will have to face Alec Bohm trying to get this early Phillies lead. In his 7th career major league season, started during COVID as he takes one inside for ball 1. That well, though, as your cleanup hitter, negative .4 WAR with a 224 bat average. As there's a swing and hoping Bohm can do good on this righty versus lefty appearance. As we'll see how Cameron does against probably 2 of the greatest left-handed hitters in this league. Surrendered a walk to Harper, but was able to strike out Schwarber as he fires in a high fastball near Bohm for ball 2. The 2-1. As Bohm's going to sky that one out high to center field. This one's going to get to the wall, and it's going to hop off it. Thomas bobbles it a little bit. 1 run will score as Bryce Harper will be held up at third base. It's going to be an RBI double for Alec Bohm. It was a good thing that ball was hit very well high into the air, as Turner and Harper had to make sure that wouldn't be caught by Thomas, but Thomas just kept on running until he had to wait for that ball to get off that wall. So 2 doubles already to start this ball game. It's going to be Brandon Marsh hitting a lovely 309, a OPS that's just near 1, as he will get ready to start in Philadelphia in just 8 days, as it's going to be the catcher, Manley, talking to Cameron, just trying to ease him. So the 2 balls put into play today have nearly been long ones, just going off that wall in deep center field, as Brandon Marsh is going to take one way outside on the cutter for ball 1. Our OPS at 852, so not really nearing 1, but still terrific batting average, but not so terrific of a swing, as that one swung on and missed at the slider that was in the dirt. Royals defense already shifted in with 1 gone, trying to make sure Harper stays at third base if it does get chopped to the ground like that one, but that ball will go foul for strike 2. Cameron with 1 out already at 20 pitches to start this ball game. If Marshall is able to ground one but slice it through the infield, that should score both runners. The 1-2 inside. Alrighty, coming through the gate, it does seem that Cameron's control seems to be a little bit off. Almost plunked Schwarber near the head to start today. Has thrown a decent amount inside, but able to get a swing and a miss on the 4-seamer outside to Brandon Marsh. So 2 doubles given up and 2 strikeouts on the day for Cameron, as he will face Bryson Stott to hopefully keep this a 1-0 ball game. Oh, I completely forgot to include the 1. There we go. Yeah, I gotta make sure to make the scoreboard as good as possible as. Oh, my bad. It will be not Bryson Stott. It will be Edmundo Sosa who takes ball one. Only 48 games this season with the Phillies, says he's going to smoke one, but foul down the left field. See if he's able to just get another pitch like that and make it a fair ball, would make this a quick Phillies lead. Even count, the 1-1 will be low as Maley able to secure it. Obvious, not good as a pitcher whenever you give up a run, but definitely want to make sure you don't lose complete control and let Harper get to advance home on a wild pitch, as I think that was Sosa that stepped off, which will give Cameron some time to think of his next pitch. The 2-1. Swing and a miss on the cutter. He was not getting to that pitch at all. So an even count to Edmundo Sosa, as these Royals fans are just hoping for something. Next Tuesday, they will get to see Bobby Witt Jr., as they almost got to see a check swing strikeout, but Sosa just able to hold up to make it a full count. Bobby Witt Jr. hoping to, especially with the absence of Aaron Judge, trying to chase that AL MVP. Yordan Alvarez, the front runner, though. So full count, Cameron nearing 30 pitches as the 3-2 chopped away. Is that making it pitch number 28 on the day? So Royals bullpen may have to get loose early. Probably want to just hope that Cameron can at least get out of this jam, so the relievers won't have to be used too much, as tomorrow night you will have to face the Mets in Queens, but unluckily for this Royals bullpen, that may be soon, as Cameron pitches in ball 4 inside to Sosa to load the bases with 2 outs. So 2 doubles and 2 walks surrendered on the day, and it will be up to Bryson Stott, lefty on left, as he will take one outside for ball 1. The issue is to face Stott against the Royals, only 11 games, but he has hit in .415 against the Royals. 1-0. But luckily, they get a ground ball here to second base, and it's going to be lofted to Perez to make it out number 3, as Stott fires the helmet in frustration. So, crisis averted so far for Cameron, as it will just be a 1-0 game for the Phillies. As we'll get that lineup for the Kansas City Royals, big thing being Bobby Witt Jr., probably the only All-Star in this Royals roster, is all MLB teams need one player to be a part of the All-Star game. The weird thing is with Bobby Witt Jr., it's not out of... I can't speak today. It's not out of necessity, but it's just because how dang good Bobby Witt Jr. is. but the rest of this Royals team really lacking, as it will be Lane Thomas to lead off, followed by Bobby Witt Jr., and then Salvador Perez, who right now has the worst WAR in the MLB, as he got the last out stop. Oh, I did that. Yeah, no, it was Lofton to Perez to end the top of the first inning. The catcher that will be remembered for that 2015 Royals World Series season, Jack Caglione and right, followed by Nick Lofton, then Starlin Marte, Tyler Tolbert, Luke Bailey, and then Josh Rojas. It's going to be Brandon Marsh out to right for the Phillies, followed by Derek Hill in center, and Mundo Sosa at left, Alec Bohm at third. At short, Trey Turner, second base, Bryson Stott, Bryce Harper at first. Behind the home plate is JT Realmuto, as he will have a fun day today, being able to catch for Christopher Sanchez, who has also been selected to this All-Star game. Philadelphia Phillies fans are going to have a lovely day, not just being able to root for the National League, but 5 of their own players, as the first pitch to Thomas will be low for ball 1. Sanchez just trying to complete what he did in his last appearance, as he went 7 scoreless innings with 9 strikeouts total. As that one called ball 2, looks like it may have got that outer upper edge, but no ABS challenge from JT Realmuto. So Thomas, a nice count to start his day, and it will get even better. Ball 3 below the zone. Thomas only .216 batting average, which, I mean, for the leadoff hitter, as we're going to get a 4-pitch walk. Huh. The last thing I would have expected today, as a center fielder hitting .216 will get they will be able to get a leadoff walk. And so it's going to be one of the shining faces in the American League for a lot of these years, in the name of Bobby Witt Jr., who will take the first strike given by Sanchez today. Bobby Witt Jr., this will also be the first All-Star game he has started in, as he's had 2 All-Star appearances before, but he was there. The 2 All-Star games before were as reserves. Even count to Witt, the pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. See if the Royals try to do some hit and run tactics on this 1-2 count. As the delivery from Sanchez, just below the zone for ball 2. The 2-2. That one on the ground, short 6-4, but not 3, as Bobby Witt Jr. with his speed able to beat it. So it's going to be a fielder's choice from Turner to Stott. However, yeah, it did take Turner a second to fire it to second. And if that was just a bit more in Turner's direction, would have been an easily tailor-made double play, as hardly hit to Turner. 1 gone in this top of the first inning, and we'll see with Witt's speed if he will try to swipe a bag. The first pitch will be way outside for ball 1. That could have been the best pitch to take that bag. Yeah, but Perez, 202 on the year, 570 OPS. a terrific career, but it seems like it is coming more to an end. As Perez, though, is going to nearly hit a double, but it will just be called foul as that ball smoked down the third base line. Perez, though, the captain of this team, his terrific career, only being on the Royals, as he's going to line one into left for a base hit, as Bobby Witt Jr. was thinking about going to third on a single in left field, but will be held up by Sosa's throw. So, first hit for the Royals today will be by Salvador Perez, as it will be Jack Caglione for as the cleanup hitter. And his soft season, I think, I think this may count as his rookie season, though. Let me just make sure. As he's going to swing and miss on the foul tip, right one. Yeah, 2 games. Even if this is his second season, this is really his first good season, as there's another swing and miss to make it 0-2. Percent below the average MLB hitter. That has completely changed around, but this one will be on the ground to second, 4-6. Oh, but not 3, as that ball is going to get away, and it's going to be a 1-1 ball game on the wild throw by Trey Turner. So a fielder's choice and an error scores Bobby Witt, as that's going to have Caglione get to second base, as Turner just holding on to that ball too long. Harper trying to scoop it, had to dive for it, but unable to secure it, as it will be a 1-1 ball game. It's for sure going to be listed as an E6. 2 gone in this inning. As it will be Starlin Marte after the Phillies took a 1-0 lead to start this ball game. Lofton has a chance to make it a 2-1 Royals lead, as he will take ball 2 outside. Lofton only a .224 batting average. It's just crazy being able to look at these players' batting average, and especially compared to Bobby Witt Jr. I mean, you had Lane Thomas .216, Salvador Perez batting .202 on the year. As Lofton takes ball 3, as Sanchez going to have a bit of a, obvious longer inning because of the error. But both starters will have a first inning that will be, more 20 pitches or more, as that 3-0 pitch was outside, but called strike 1. Marte did not challenge. Still in a great hitter's count, as the 3-1. Caglione on second, as this ball is going to be soared into right field. Maybe a good thing that was called strike 1 for the Royals, as the throw home, not in time. Caglione headed home. We'll see if there is a challenge, as Manley puts his hand up. That tag may have got him. We'll see. And Manley says no. a good throw by Marsh to try to hose Caglione at home, but just a superb slide by, yeah, you just see a twitch in the foot going to the right just to make sure to avoid Real Muto's tag. So after a 1-0 lead, Marte will be up 2-1. And Sanchez will have a talk to, as this is, especially with the 7 shutout innings for the last game, this being a huge surprise against the Philadelphia Phillies. Oh, why did I say No, okay, Caglione had... I said that was Starlin Marte. I apologize. That was Nick Lofton with the RBI single that scored Caglione. So Caleb Cottenham having a chat with Sanchez, as he will now face Starlin Marte, who has had a pretty good batting average compared to the rest of his teammates, hitting .262 as Sanchez throws one way inside for pitch number 21 in this first inning. I believe Cameron had, and this one's going to drop into left field, as the throw home will be not in time. It's a 3-1 ball game after a atrocious throw by Trey Turner to try and turn 2. It could have been a 1-0 scoreless bottom of the first, but after that crucial error by Trey Turner, Sanchez has given up a pair of singles to make it 3-1. Sosa trying to fire that one home, but just a bit offline and late, as both batters, too, Lofton and Marte, able to go to second by the throws by Marsh and Sosa to home plate, as Tolbert will come up and get ball 1. But like I was going to say, though, Cameron also with a long top the first down and only gave up a run, but Strandon with the bases loaded, as Tolbert is going to get a grounder to short. Just got to make sure Turner can make this play, but Tolbert is safe. A wicked hustle by Tolbert, as 7 Royals batters have come up to the plate, and what seemed to be that Sanchez was going to get out on it of 2 double play opportunities that went to no avail, as Tolbert a terrific job able to beat that one out. So an error and now 3 straight hits, as let's see if Luke Merely can keep to this magic. As I think, yeah, he just got called up by this Royals organization, as he will take one inside for ball 1. Yeah, first game this year with the Royals, as he will swing and miss one below the zone for strike 1. Did play in 54 games last year with this Royals team, as they're hoping to find a new catcher after Salvador Perez's long outing with them. As Merley's going to hit one pretty well to center field. This one's high, this one's deep, that one's over the wall! Unbelievable! What has happened in Kansas City? It jumped off Derek Hill's glove in center field and scraped over the wall for a 3-run blast. It's a 6-1 ball game. Merely able just to connect opposite right center, as just looking at a replay of that one, Hill, it did not hit his glove. It just managed to scrape over the wall. As Sanchez, 7, I've said this 1,000 times, but Sanchez with 7 scoreless innings in his last appearance has now given up 6, I believe 5 earned runs in total. As Rojas, he at least gets to swing and miss in the dirt. An 0-1 count to Rojas. The pitch, 0-2. Sanchez again able to get a nice swing and a miss from Rojas. He will now be at 30 pitches in this first inning. As here comes pitch number 30. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. 1-2. I mean, anything can happen in the great sport of baseball, but it's always a shock when a team 10 games over 500 against a team more than 10 games under 500 are able to do this, as Sanchez is able to fire one nicely in that bottom right corner for out number 3 on the strikeout looking. But all 9 Royals batters are able to come up to the plate. So I would not be surprised if we see an insane scoring out, and already with the 6 Royals runs, obviously. But for the Phillies as well, sure, they're already down by 5 after 1 inning of baseball, but they were able to load the bases. They had 8 batters come up to the plate, or 7 batters come up to the plate today. As it will be JT Realmuto to lead off, followed by Derek Hill, and then back to the top of the order for Trey Turner. But yeah, no, feel free to grab some popcorn, as this is really going to be a nice bullpen. Anything can happen still. It's just the first inning, but if both of these pitchers are able to get 5+ innings on the day, I will be shocked. So let me just get some water quickly. As for the Phillies organization, I mean, you're still in a nice, comfortable spot. You're second in wild card voting, but you want to make sure you can just yank that NL East division title from the Atlanta Braves. But they're playing the Mets right now. Not right now. They're playing the Mets later tonight at 7:15. You have to make sure, especially when you're playing a bottom dweller in the league, that you are able to just make it light work for y'all. And right now, yeah, they're just not just a atrocious start for the Phillies defense, as JT Realmuto will step in, hoping that they can get a nice long inning against Cameron. Just a few more runs this time, as Realmuto will take ball 1. The 1-0 will be high upstairs for ball 2. And to me, it's just been the guy that I remember. This is a few years back, but other than that, not too much about. 13th season in the MLB, as he'll take 3 straight balls. The 3-time All-Star, 2 times Gold Glove, which, you know, especially in a position like catching, you phenomenal catcher if you can receive that award, as well as a 3-time Silver Slugger. As Realmuto takes on the outer edge for 1. And strike 2. Oh yeah, Realmuto trying to come back to that 2021 or that 2022 MLB season He got a Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, and was 7th in NL MVP voting. As the 3-2 to Real Muto. Swing and a miss on the high cutter for strike 3. So, well, obviously don't like to see wasn't too long of an at bat, only 6 pitches on the full count, but love to see that 3-0 count turn into a 3-3 count, as Derek Hill will step in as the 9-hitter for this Phillies organization, as he takes ball 1. Hill 239 on the year. Does have a pretty nice 711 OPS, especially coming in as the 9-hole hitter. As the 1-0 will be swung out and missed for strike 1. Hill, unlike Real Muto, just trying to cement himself more in the first place as he comes into his 7th MLB season. That's while being on a bunch of teams. Started his major league career as a Detroit Tiger. Don't really play too much, as he will take strike 2. Hill has really bounced around the league, being on the Tigers, the Marlins, the 1-2. As before I tell you how Derek Hill will bounce into center for a base hit. As the Phillies really hope back to this top of the order that they can get some more life going, to try to make it a very short outing for Cameron. Yeah, but as when with the Marlins, the White Sox, the Phillies, the Rangers, the Nationals, and the Giants. So Turner, has played on some rival teams against the Royals, those being, the Tigers and White Sox, as Hill is talking to an staffee. Oh, and that's why. If you remember that home run in that bottom of the first inning, Hill's left arm did hit pretty hard against that wall as he was trying to rob a Tolbert not a Tolbert, a Maley home run. As his left arm slammed into the wall, as probably a few more complications after that 1-out single in this top of the second inning. Back to the top of the order we go, as it will be Trey Turner who takes strike 1. City of Brotherly Love, as Turner was really getting those boos, as that one's into right field for a base hit, as Hill will stay at second. So Phillies got some more brewing in this top of the second inning, just hoping they can surpass what they did in the top of the first. But yeah, Turner, when he was on that Phillies team, got a bunch of boos to start his outing, as didn't really hit that well. And but a Phillies fan talked about, hey, we should really give this guy a standing ovation each time he comes up to the plate, and Schwarber fouls one off, as it did work. So maybe this City of Brotherly Love should show some more love to Turner to see if that works again. Like I said, don't need to really give that much help to Schwarber, though, with 30 home runs on the season, as he gets another pitch inside. It was back in that top of the first. Had to duck out of the way. Not just duck out of the way, literally hit the deck on his back by a pitch Cameron thrown to him that was near his face. 1-1 count to Schwarber. Is that one called strike two? Schwarber is going to challenge. It may have just got that outer edge. We will see. And yes, that is strike two. So the Phillies with one challenge remaining, that being the first ABS challenge of this ball game. Schwarber was probably the pretty happiest player to know that ABS was going to become a thing in 2026, as he'll take one way low and outside for ball two. Especially that Angel Hernandez incident where he threw the bat and helmet in complete disgust with Angel Hernandez's atrocious umpire out in that game. The 2-2 swing and a miss. So although Cameron has been giving up a string of hits and a couple walks on the day, he is able to retire Kyle Schwarber by way of the K for the second time today, only in this top of the second inning. He will face Bryce Harper, who he did give a walk up to in the top of the first. Cameron really getting up there in pitch count, though, as here comes pitch 49 on the day, as it will be low for ball one. I mean, no pitcher probably wants to face Harper, but you got to find something here. If you do walk him, you load the bases and have to face Alec Bohm. Is that one way in the dirt for ball two on pitch number 50 of the day for Zach Cameron. Or I don't know why I said Zach, Noah Cameron. As, 31 pitches in that top of the first inning as he nears 20 pitches in this top of the second. As another walk to Harper is just going to drain you much more. And you got to face a hitter that hit a RBI double off you in the top of the first in the name of Alec Bohm. Cameron is able to locate a pitch on the outer edge for strike one. So 2-1 count. Hill on second, Turner on first. Is that one just low for ball three? The 3-1. And called strike two. As the home plate umpire did the strike three motion, as Harper is going to challenge. And yes, it was ball four. So we got a strike three call on a 3-1 count, as well as a ABS call that's overturned. So the Phillies 1 for 2 on ABS today, as the bases are loaded for Alec Bohm, hoping to repeat what he did in the top of the first, hoping to just get that ball a little bit higher, as Bohm doubled just off the center field wall in the top of the first to score, I believe, was Turner. Bohm chops one foul to make it 0-1. Bryson Stott had the bases loaded in the top of the first, but only chopped a small ground ball to Lofton at second to end the inning, only making it a one-run Phillies top the first inning, as the 0-1 to Bohm will be swung on and missed way too early on the changeup by Cameron. Cameron getting shout out there today, but only one run surrendered so far. This has had 7 base runners had 7 base runners get on so far today in just 1 2/3 innings, as Bohm able to stay alive on a foul ball back to home plate. So Hill third, Turner second, Harper first, as the 0-2 by Cameron. Ooh, Bohm able to hold up on the high four-seamer. I could really love just smoking one ball out of here, as it would turn a 5-run deficit into a 1-run, the 1-2. That ball, though, on the ground to third, the throw to first by Rojas will make it another bases-loaded jam for naught, as Cameron able to pitch a long goose egg after having 6 batters come up to the plate, as it's going to be the bottom of the second, still a 6-1 game, as Sanchez is going to hope just to do the complete opposite of what he did in the bottom of the first. To be honest, not all his fault, though. What really caused the wheels to just completely explode off was when Caglione came up to the plate with runners second and first. He hit a ground ball to Stott at second, who tossed it to Turner. Turner had a chance to get the double play, but threw it wide right to Harper at first, allowing Thomas to score, and that led to a single by Lofton, then a single by Marte, who both of them were able to get to second base on the throw home by Marsh and Sosa in the outfield to try and get those runners that were heading home. Then a single by Tolbert, and then a Luke Maley 3-run blast, and then finally Josh Rojas, who struck out looking. So all 9 Royals batters were able to come up to the plate in that bottom of the first inning. So it'll be Thomas, Bobby Witt Jr., and Perez again. And the crazy thing was that 6-run inning was not affected by, or I guess you could say the only thing affected by Bobby Witt Jr. is he was able to score after getting a fielder's choice, but Witt Jr. did contribute to one of those outs in that bottom of the first inning. So bottom of the second we go. Here's Thomas, as he'll take one on the inner edge for strike 1. Both pitchers had 31 pitches in the first inning. Cameron now over 55. Sanchez hoping to get a very, very quick inning as he fires one in way low to Thomas. The 1-1. Swing and miss, 1-2. Thomas, who walked to start this Royals onslaught, will chop one away foul to stay alive. Thomas also hasn't been on an insane amount of teams, but this being his 4th team he's played with, as he's going to chop one, not chop one, just one past the diamond into left field hit, as maybe it was just that. We'll see how Sanchez does, but not now. But this is kind of just clarity how he done, especially before his injury this season, where if Flaherty gave up a run, it would be not so good of a day for him, as Witt Jr. is going to hit one pretty well to center field. On the warning track is Hill, though, as he does have enough room for out number 1, and now a double play. Thomas heading to second on that flyout, but Hill just with an absolute dagger of a throw, as it's going to be scored 8-6. Just an absolute laser So Hill was kind of shooken up after singling in the top of the second and getting a mainly due to him crashing his left arm or his catching arm into the wall to try and rob that Luke Maile home run. Is able to use his right arm though very healthily to just smoke Lane Thomas. Sorry about not telling you about this Perez at bat. It's 3-0 to him, as Perez was able to smoke one nicely into left for his first at bat today. 3-0 will be fouled away to make it 3-1. So Perez with that single did get forced out at second, but Royals will take that any day with the Trey Turner error that made this game 1-1 and then 6-1 in the blink of an eye as Perez fouls one away. Sanchez now a much quicker inning, thanks to that Derek Hill laser at center, but this one's going to be hit high and deep. Hill's got nowhere to go. A solo shot from Salvador Perez to make this a 7-1 ball game. And now, only one run in this bottom of the second, and I did say it'd be a shock if these two pitchers made it past 5. Even with Sanchez at 43 pitches, I don't even know if he's getting past the third today. As he's given up a total of 6 hits and 2 long balls to start his outing. The training wheels, hasn't really just fallen off. It's just completely been the bicycle has just been completely compounded and crushed. As Caglione will take ball 1 and then take strike 1. 0 for 1 on that day with that fielder's choice and then error as he was able to get to second base as that one fouled off. Salvador Perez, 3 home runs away from the Royals' lead in home run record, as this being the only team he's been on in his very long career. Caglione somehow able to get a piece on that 1-2 pitch way low in the zone and able to just chop it foul. The 1-2 in the dirt ball too. So Caglione at that even count, the 2-2 pitch. Broken bat that's going to be flared to first base. I wonder where that shrapnel went. Is it just flown, I think, into foul territory? It's going to be out number 3 as Harper is able to get 3 unassisted on that play. And Salvador Perez able to go long, able to hit the long ball on that pitch. Sanchez just has to be thankful that Derek Hill was able to hose Lane Thomas out at second for a double play, as that would have made it a 2-run homer rather than just a solo shot. Top of the third we go, as Salins just completely shocked me. So Christopher Sanchez will be not the starter, but will pitch in this 2026 All-Star game. Boy, it has just not been a good outing so far on what could have been a good start to him if he just if that double play happened. This could be a much I don't know why I'm saying this could be a much different ball game. It would be a much different ball game if that double play would have sufficed. If Turner would be able to throw a baseball on line to Bryce Harper. So 7 runs. I forgot to include 7 hits for the Royals, and 1 run and 4 hits by the Phillies with that Trey Turner error. The Phillies also able to load the bases both in the top of the first and the top of the second inning with 2 outs, but Stott in that top of the first inning grounded out, which went to the same with Alekbom, who also grounded out in the top of the second inning to end both of those bases loaded jams. As Cameron comes back to start out, as he will fire one in low for ball 1 to Brandon Marsh. It will be 5, 6, and 7 for the Phillies. As pitch number 60 already coming up by Cameron to Marsh, as this one's going to be hit high and deep into left field, as that ball carried decently by the wind, but it will be Sosa to haul it in for out number 1. I'll go F7. Oh, wait, that was what am I doing? It was Marte, Starlin Marte for out number 1. I completely messed that up. As Sosa couldn't be in the outfield right now. 1, because he's donned in a Phillies uniform. 2, because he was on deck and now hidden as he takes strike 1. As Sosa's nearly able to clobber one down the third base line, but it will just go foul to make it on 2. Cameron, 3 walks and 4 hits given up. It has been a bit of a miracle that he has only given up 1 run in these first 2 innings. It's the 0-2. Guess you can say some of these strikeouts he has have been a bit crucial. Able to get Schwarber to strike out twice. And we'll get a huge Brandon Marsh strikeout to make it 2 on and 2 gone. I was trying to look for yet another one, but we'll have a changeup low to Sosa. Sosa, who walked in that top of the first inning to load the bases. And the 1-2. Oh, but Sosa's going to pack a lot into this one. But Marte able to just get it right to him. Had to leap a little bit to make sure and catch that ball. But it is going to be a long line out. And what the Royals announcer said, it is really a courtesy how that ball didn't leave the park. As it will be Bryson Stott who, like I said, ended that top of the first inning grounding out with the bases loaded as he takes strike 1. The 0-1. That one will be chopped to the mound in third, and it's going to be Cameron who took that one. It most likely should have been Rojas's play, as Cameron did a jump to get that baseball on a huge bounce, fired it to first, but Stott was able to beat the throw. It's just a very high chopped ball that was just maybe 5 feet from home plate that just bounced way high into the air. As Cameron just took it, did a spin, fire it to first, but it will be an infield single. So inning still live for the Royals, as it's JT Realmuto who struck out to start in the top of the second. Batting average has now lowered to 201 for Realmuto. So bouncing on that just above that Mendoza line as he takes strike two. Royals fans finally getting something they can cheer for today, as the 0-2 by Cameron will have to wait as he will try to pick off Stott at first. Oh, that's a cool stat line. Stott a perfect 16 for 16 on the base paths this year, as the 0-2 will be high for ball one. And if you're the Phillies right now, you just really want to get anyone you can in scoring position. Phillies, though, I don't think have a hidden scoring position except that RBI double. But this one will get into right field for a base hit. Stott will, I think, hold up at second. So that's going to be Real Muto's first hit of this ball game. But yeah, other than that, Alec Bohm RBI double that's drove in Turner in the top of the first. I don't think we've seen another base hit with runners in scoring position. So Derek Hill, who had that single, whose whose left wrist may be in a heap of pain right now. He's still in this ball game, nonetheless. Will come up for his second at bat after singling with one out in the top of the second. Got to third base, just did not score, as he will take one in the dirt for ball one. Cameron with one run still only given up, but even with a one earned run, even if he keeps it a run earned run, it will probably be a quick day for him today, as Cameron now at 73 pitches on the day. As if you're able to get Hill quickly out here, if you pitch in the fourth and have like another 20 pitch inning, as this ball is going to be hit pretty well to right field, but on the run like a gazelle will be Caglione to end the top of the third. So far today, the Phillies have stranded 8 on the base paths. 2 bases loaded situations avoided by Cameron, and now atop the third inning where he strands 2. I'm honestly including this stat. I want to see how many Phillies are stranded on base, because this is a very shocking 7-1 ball game. I do want to say the ERA now. So Noah Cameron. That's his name, but I'm not even talking about him. I want to talk about Christopher Sanchez, who came into this game with a 2.0 ERA, 2 ERA on the dot, has now an ERA of 2.5 on the dot. As he will get his third inning to try and just contain this game to the best of his abilities. Luckily for Sanchez in that top of the second, only gave up a long ball to Salvador Perez, but did get some significant help from that throw by Derek Hill to make it a double play on the fly out, with Lane Thomas trying to tag first and get to second. It's going to be Lofton, Marte, and Tolbert. So 5, 6, and 7 coming up. It's just looking into Nick Lofton in his 4th major league season. Why it's taking so long to load? Just one of those guys that are just I wouldn't say a bench warmer per se, but yeah, just not too much on the offensive table. Lofton, a pretty nice. Well, his rookie season only played 16 games. Has played more than half of an MLB season. Change this turn into his 54th game in 2026 as he takes ball one and will take strike one. Beautifully pitched on that bottom right corner. Sanchez's pitch count as well for his outing so far today is very unexpected as well. Sanchez only at 52 pitches now on that 1-1 pitch that became strike two on another well effective pitch by Sanchez, the 1-2. As that one's right back to him. Sanchez lucky to get out of the way, stop trying to dive to get to that ball that ended up into center field for a leadoff single. Oh, yeah, that one maybe just inches away from his face. This being the 8th hit by the Royals bats today. So with how it's been for Sanchez today, we may get another famous Trevor Bauer incident where he flung the ball over the Royals center field wall. Starlin Marte 1 for 1 on the day with a single in that monstrous bottom of the first inning, as it will be a 1-1 count to him. Marte, just a long, terrific career for him. Nothing too unbelievable, but just a career you can look back to and really smile. I talk about the Hall of Pretty Good a lot, and this is a player that you just could easily see being in that category. 2-1 count to Marte, as he's going to chop one foul just to the right of Real Muto behind him. Yeah, but Marte, two-time All-Star, two-time 1,700 hits in his career, 1,606 in total. As Marte steps off to take a break, but gets back into the batter's box on a 2-2 count as Sanchez delivers. As he's going to ground one just foul. We've seen a lot of hits that have nearly just gotten, I can't speak today, nearly just gone foul. Christopher Sanchez I don't think this was his last start against the Royals, but August 6, 2023 game, 5 innings pitched and 6 earned runs given up, as Marte able to foul another one off of Sanchez. Obviously, looking at games like these where the underdog is just completely dominating against a playoff team, as this ball's on the ground to third. Luckily for the Royals, Lofton was trying to swipe second, as Bohm's only play was to Harper at first to make it out number 1. So Marte is retired, but yet again another Royal is in scoring position. Like I said, you kind of just look to a lot of these situations where, like, what's going on? Like, how is the just underdog not just being able to closely be in this game, but just completely dominated against one of the better players, best pitchers, as count goes 1-1 to Tolbert. And it could be, the pitcher's having a bad day. That's always could be a case. I think, too, it's just this team that isn't doing that well good, but they have a lot of experienced veterans. I mean, you got Perez. As this ball's hit into center field, that ball's going to go into the gap. It's going to be an 8-1 ball game as Tolbert is going to take second easily. It's yet again another extra base hit for this Royals team. Hit number 9 on the day. As Lofton able to just take a walk around third base to get home. 8-1 ball game. But I think it's just, yeah, I mean, you have this veteran team that knows a lot how to target pitchers. As Maley's going to take strike 1, 0 for... O'Malley's 1 for 1 on the day, as who could forget his 3-run blast that just scraped the center field wall. Now, these hits by the Royals, I don't think any of them have really been bloopers. They've all been really hard hit. And you just had the Tolbert double, as well the Salvador Perez home run, and obviously Luke Maley's home run. 0-2 count to him, though. As, we got a pick off here as, safe! Yeah, we're going to have to check that out because Tolbert heading to third, Mattingly's going to challenge. I don't know how Tolbert could have been saved other than Bohm just completely missed the tag. It looked like he got his back. So we're getting a challenge. Nice job by the Phillies defense, able to signal Sanchez to pick off Tolbert, who was gunning it to third. As, it looks like Tolbert was just completely out there. Yeah, Tolbert is going to take a walk back to first base, except, no, he's staying at third right now. And, there is out number 2. Honestly, with pickoff attempts, they're one of the most just aggravating things when it happens to your own team. But if you're a Royals fan, I mean, obviously you don't want to see it, but I mean, he just hit an RBI double for you as Maley's going to hit this ball to right field for out number 3, but everything's up today in Kansas City. That's all you can really say. As 6 runs in the top of the first, as well as a run in the second and third, the bottom of the bottom innings. As we go to the top of the 4th inning, the Phillies are trying to. It's just been a complete shock today. I mean, the Phillies have had a total of 9 base runners in these first 3 innings, and only one of them has scored so far today. It's just been a day of complete shock as the Royals are trying to win a series and just try to see if that can motivate them. Royals, after this, will play a 3-game series in a 2015 World Series rematch against the Mets. When has it been the last time the Royals won a series? They got swept against Tampa. They lost 22-1 against the White Sox in a series they lost 2-1. Also lost another series against... they won a series against the Rays just this past June. 22nd to 24th. So it hasn't been the longest since the Royals have won a series. It's just been a bit, just not that fun for them this season so far. But like I've said, they are only literally 9 games behind the AL wild card. Anyone can take this American League, as this World Series, I mean, anything can happen in a 7-game series, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, you take a look at the NL with, like, the Dodgers, I was nearly going to say the Mets, the Dodgers, the Braves, the Phillies, and it's just like, whatever AL team wins the pennant, it's not going to be fun. As Turner is going to step in back to the top of the order, we go for this Phillies team. As with just 1 run in this top of the 4th inning, it's already the 3rd time Turner has come to the plate, as he's gone 2 for 2 today. So far, the only run for the Phillies after doubling to start this ball game, which then led to an RBI double by Alec Bohm. The 1-1, that ball smoked to first base, but it is speared by Perez for out number 1. We'll see if Cameron does go to put that in the 3rd inning there, 4th inning. We will see if Cameron does get to a 5th inning of work, as although only giving up 1 run in this game, as check swing, but yeah, I don't even think Schwarber really dropped his wrist that much. That's ball 1. But yeah, Cameron now nearing 80 pitches, as there's ball 2. That being pitch number 79. Only player Cameron has really succeeded against in this outing has been Kyle Schwarber, who has a pair of strikeouts, as he takes ball 3, though. So already 80 pitches, as Cameron's looking for his first hitless inning, as Schwarber will take strike 1 down Broadway. Do want to see Schwarber's splits against left-handed and right-handed pitchers, because as the 3-1, that one, I think, just chopped foul behind home plate. So it's going to be a full count pitch to Kyle Schwarber. As we will get time by Schwarber, who's doing a bit of a dirt readjustment, just trying to get him in the nicest condition. And the weird thing is, with these pair of strikeouts, Schwarber, as a lefty, does hit better against the southpaw, a 953 OPS, as the 3-2 will be just downstairs for ball 4. So the first time Schwarber has gotten on base today. As all Phillies batters, except Brandon Marsh, through these now first 3 1/3 innings, have all gotten on base now. However, once you get on base, that seems like the only place you seem to go, as still just 1 tally across for the Phillies as Bryce Harper takes strike 1. Harper, a pair of walks for him on the day. Harper is going to just tally 1 foul to on the third base foul territory. Yeah, but this is going to be a short, for starters at least, a short outing from Noah Cameron, as that one's going to be upstairs for ball one. That there was something that really aggravated me though. Oh, why am I forgetting his name? As the 1-2 to Harper is going to be well in the dirt for ball two. Good block by Merrily to keep Schwarber at bay. Obviously, with today how pitchers have thrown, you want to make sure that they don't overextend themselves, because you do not want an injured starting pitcher, as Harper is able to just stay alive by fouling one down the first base line. But that's a story. Yuri Perez, the Marlins pitcher who threw 7 perfect innings of baseball and was at like 83 pitches after 7 innings, he got pulled out of the game. And the Marlins nearly lost with an 8-run lead, as Harper's going to swing and miss at a beautiful curveball by Cameron for out number 2. Just a terrible managerial position. Like, I'm an analytical guy myself, but that was just stunning. 7 perfect innings of baseball, and Yuri Perez almost got a no decision because they took him out after return 21 straight. Bohm just chops one to third base, as holy cow, it's the first hitless inning by Cameron, as it's going to be just a 5-4 fielder's choice to end the inning. Did give up a Kyle Schwarber walk, as a total of 9 Phillies runners have been left on base through 4 innings. As it looks like Cameron will probably get to pitch a bit in the 5th. That will probably, I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, that will definitely be his last inning, unless if he gets a 3-pitch inning or something. Going to be 9-1-2 for the Kansas City Royals. We will see if Sanchez stays out there, who, even though giving up 8 runs this ball game through 3, has a much lower pitching count compared to Cameron. So I'll just stop and get a quick drink of water. As I believe, I'm just going to take a quick look at Cameron's ERA. Not Cameron's. Cameron's ERA is dropping, though. His whip is probably exploding, but he's got a significantly lower ERA, as Christopher Sanchez with a 2.55 ERA, entering this ballgame with a 2.00. So we'll see if that 3rd inning will be the end of him. That sounded very dramatic, the end of him, like we're killing him or something. Oh, man. Ooh, Nebraska Day, July 18th. Kansas City's probably one of those Kansas City's probably one of those MLB teams that are just in the Midwest, where they have no MLB team near them. That's probably where they can root for a ball club that's at least hours of a drive away, but just somewhat close. As Sanchez will start his bottom of the 4th, out with 2 straight balls to the number 9 hitter Josh Rojas, who's gone 0 for 1 today. That's also an insane. In his previous 13 starts, Christopher Sanchez has only had 1 loss. And it will be a miracle if it stays, if he does not pick up an L today, as Sanchez will fire in strike two on the outer edge. It's going to easily be a no decision unless if Sanchez gets these 3 outs and the Phillies can score about 10 runs. Well, they need to at least score 8 to make Sanchez the winning pitcher in the top of the 5th inning, as Rojas fouls one back to keep this a 2-2 count. Sanchez delivers, and yet another foul ball. That's been a big thing, too, as Sanchez has only struck out one player, that being Josh Rojas. I was taking a quick look at the NL candidates. Sanchez, being actually a pretty decent candidate for the starting pitcher spot, as that ball just just smoked to first base. For Harper just to go 3 unassisted, as we go back to this top of the order for Lane Thomas. It was 1 for 1 on that day with a single and a walk. But yeah, it's got to be Mizorowski you give the start to. An ERA of 1.47. His opponents are only hitting an average of 150 against, and has 13 and a half strikeouts per 9 innings on average, as Thomas is going to swing out of his shoes on that first one. 0-1 count. I think Mizorowski has been the top 50 during the StatCast era, too, has had the 50 fastest pitches for a starting pitcher, as Thomas is just going to absolutely smoke one to left field, as I wouldn't be shocked if Phillies fans are just shutting off the TV, as it's going to be another solo shot, the third one of this game, as it's a 9-1 ball game. Sanchez, yet again, just a changeup right down the middle for Lane Thomas to absolutely bomb. So Bobby Witt Jr., who, funnily enough, may be the only player on this Royals team who, well, other than Rojas, who's 0 for 2, that may be the only other Royal that hasn't gotten on base. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out double play. 1-0 count to Bobby, as he'll swing and miss at that changeup just below the zone to make the count even. This is going to be a crazy surge in ERA, though. I mean, it already has been. It's grown 0.55 just in these 3 innings alone, but with that solo shot, it's going to grow even more. Phillies keeping with Sanchez, as they will have to play tomorrow against the Reds. But, yeah, you're probably going to see with how this game's going, unless if the Phillies offense can be able to score their runners that they've just been leaving on base all day, then they may have a chance as the 2-2. Bobby Witt has his first hit of the day, as that ball just absolutely smoked into left field for a 1-out single. But I haven't seen a Phillies relief pitcher warm up, but this is the game where you just bring out a long bullpen arm, just hoping he can eat a few innings. 107.9 off the exit velocity for Bobby Witt Jr., as JT Realmuto is going to talk to Sanchez, as it's Seth Johnson that's warming up for this Phillies bullpen. We'll see if Mattingly does come up, or if this is just going to be one last as Madden is going to stay hoping Johnson can get a few more minutes to just warm up. Only 10 2/3 innings pitched so far this season, with a negative .44, 7.59 games. Does have a win this year, as the first pitch to Salvador Perez, who's really been a thorn in Christopher Sanchez's side today, will take ball one. As Perez with a single in that solo shot in the top of the second. As it's obviously been that 6-run inning by the Royals in the top of the first that has capsized this game, but the Royals also with a run in now the top of the second, top of the third, and top of the fourth. The 2-0 by Perez. Smoked down the third base line. That's going to be a fair ball, as Witt Jr. is going to get to third base. But, the throw to second will be not in time, as I thought Perez was just going to stay at first for a long single. And you may get the cycle watch ready, as it's going to be a hard one, especially for a veteran, long-time catcher, but Perez does have the chance for the cycle, as it's going to be a one-out double, Witt Jr. to third. So a single home run and double for Perez on the day. Christopher Sanchez's day is coming to an end, as he will walk back to the dugout just wondering how in tarnation does a game like this happen. Seth Johnson, his only task, I would believe, is just to eat some innings. He doesn't have too many on the year, like I said, just 10 2/3. As he's just hoping to bounce back from his last two starts. July 1st against the Pirates, Johnson pitched a inning, gave up a hit and 2 earned runs. And then July 5th, pitched only 1/3 of an inning, gave up 2 earned runs. Wait, I don't know how that's possible even. Wait. I'm trying to wonder. On July 5th, Johnson pitched against this Royals team. He gave up 2 walks, but no hits, and he gave up 2 earned runs as well. Did he hit some batters or something? That's crazy. But anyways, yeah, it's going to be Seth Johnson, and he will face the cleanup hitter, Jack Caglione, in his third at-bat, had that fielder's choice turn error. But yeah, 3 runs given up by Sanchez on that day. That big one being the Luke 3-run homer to turn it into a 3-1 game to a 6-1 ball game, and now a 9-1 ball game for Sanchez Day. A total of, I think, 8 earned runs. Oh, I completely forgot to add the hits. The Royals have 12 hits and 3 home runs in the first 4 innings of a game since 2023. So Perez on second, we can only hope to see if he can somehow just get a ball beautifully in the outfield and try to just run for third. As we have the grounds crew coming on for Seth Johnson, as he doesn't like how the mound's done right now. Seems like it's getting raked a bit. Caglione to be the first batter to face Seth Johnson. As that just gives another chance to play some more commercials. I mean, I obviously when I'm thinking about Perez, like needing a hit a triple, or a big guy hitting the cycle, you just got to think of Benji Molina, who had a cycle in Fenway. I think it was like the early 2010s. Who, that triple gave him the cycle, and it had to just a long deep fly ball that just wasn't tracked down that well. So Johnson now almost done as the infielders talk it out. Stott is talking to Perez. Infielders go back to their position. Salvi Perez back at second base for Caglione to try and get it to double digits for this Royals offense. Caglione still without a hit in the series. He's gone 0 for 9. But it's going to be righty on lefty for Caglione, which I don't know Caglione's exact splits against lefties, but hindsight 2020, they're 95% of the time when you're facing a pitcher the opposite hand of you, you're most likely going to have a better stat line. As Caglione fouls one away. The 1-1. Oh, but did not look good on that pitch as Caglione just swings and misses at a slider in the dirt. Bobby Witt Jr. at third after his single that was smoked into left field. And then a Perez double. As the 1-2. Check swing did not go as Barrow did not even move that much. We will see how many innings Johnson throws. Like I said, it would be good for the Phillies to just get a pitcher to just eat some innings up today. After a shocking outing from Christopher Sanchez. Johnson, though, able to get Caglione to swing and miss on a ball that just got that top right corner for out number 2. Sanchez, after facing 21 total batters, only struck out one batter. But Johnson, in his first batter face, he's able to get a K to start his day. Lofton, though, he will fire in ball 1 outside. Lofton 2 for 2. With a pair of singles, including an RBI. Lofton 2 runs as well for his day. Hoping to eat some more RBIs as a nice single could make it an 11-1 game. 2-0 pitch is going to be a slider that gets in the zone for strike 1. Like I said, though, if this game does stay as is, we will get a Royals. We'll probably get a position player pitching session. That was way too long of a string of words. Lofton hits one into right field, but foul. 2-2. As a Tigers fan, you think of pitchers like Jake Rogers that have made frequent appearances, and it's just been just a joy, at least if you're like down by 10 runs. Lofton with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. outside, ball 3. I am really excited, though, to see Perez's next at bat. I got irritated, though, last night when Riley Green needed a double to get the cycle against the Rangers, and they intentionally walked him in the top of the ninth. Lofton, though, will take ball 4, not intentionally, though, but that one well into the dirt, as the bases will be loaded. 2 gone for Johnson, as Starlin Marte will get in and bat. Marte with a single and a ground out. I already said his name today. Caleb caught him. We will see him talk to Johnson after only facing 2 batters today. This ball game did start at 2:10 Eastern Standard Time, but already 3:52. So now we're 42 minutes, and we're not out of the 4th inning yet. We've seen a lot of these. I feel like we've seen a lot of these high-scoring games just recently. I mean, you had the Cubs versus the Padres. I think it was last Wednesday, where it was a 23-3 ball game, and as well as the White Sox, who just walloped the Royals recently, winning by over 20 runs. As Marte will take strike 1. Witt third, Perez second, Lofton first, the 0-1. Ooh, swing and a miss on the slider low. Johnson hoping to be a beacon of light to just get the bats rolling for the Phillies. The 0-2 fouled away. And I said this before, but yeah, especially against the Royals, is here comes the 0-2. That ball too short, but it is speared by, called out at second, as that was Lofton, who was trying to just charge through second base and just run to third. But it seems like Turner did just smoke Lofton out at second on a nice throw to Stott. So that will be a fielder's choice to end the inning. That was the only run coming in the top of the 4th, being by that Lane Thomas home run. But like I said, for this Phillies organization, you really need to win these games against not so good teams on the season, because unlike the American League, just looking at the National League, you got the 52-36 Braves, who are nearing a 600 win percentage, that you're just 3 games behind. And now you got the Miami Marlins, who are surging up in this in the NL East. I think they still have the best MLB record since June 1st. We're 4.5 games behind you. They will, I think, not play tonight. I believe they do have an off day. But even with the off day for the Marlins, you lose in this game draws them from a game and a half behind you to just 1 game behind you. Luckily for the Phillies, they do get to play the Cincinnati Reds, that are 7 games under 500 and are last place in the NL Central. But you do have, and then you face the Tigers, who are well under 10 games under 500, but weird stat line. They do much better against teams over 500 compared to teams under 500. I still don't know why. That just doesn't make sense at all. But the fifth inning we go after just so far just a terrific offense in the name of the Kansas City Royals, as Brandon Marsh will take strike one to begin this top of the fifth inning. It's going to be 5, 6, and 7 again as Marsh fouls that one away. Cameron already 90 pitches in, that one being pitch number 92. So we'll see how much he gets in this fifth inning. If he does finish it, good for him, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. So a 3-pitch strikeout to Brandon Marsh to start this top of the fifth inning. Now we'll bring up Edmundo Sosa, who has had a very well-hit ball into left field, but ultimately lined out to Starlin Marte, and then as well as a walk in the top of the first inning. His first pitch there will be high for ball one. I haven't seen anyone warm up in the Royals bullpen. Just may wait and see how Cameron does. Sosa's just going to swing out of his shoes on a pitch way high. I mean, feel free if Cameron can just finish this top of the fifth inning and you can just get someone to warm up in the bottom of the fifth, that'd be nice, as that may just be what they do, as a nice scoop by Perez at first by a throw from Rojas a bit in the dirt. Two gone in this top of the fifth inning on what may be potentially the quickest inning Cameron has thrown. Cameron had his first hitless inning in that top of the fourth, only allowing a Kyle Schwarber walk. As Stott's going to get one inside, had to do a little bit of I don't even know what that was, a shimmy, I don't know. 1-0 count to Stott, and he has to do it again, ball two, on a sinker as well inside. The 2-0. Ball three. Okay, that one he didn't really have to shimmy out of the way, though, I'll be honest. Just a bit inside. Cameron has allowed 11 runners to get on base, but has only allowed one of them, or 10 runners to get on base, but has only allowed one of them to get on, as it will now be 11 base runners. As Cameron throws pitch number 100, that will be a 4-pitch walk. That being walk number 1, 2, 3. Walk number 5 on the day for Cameron. So now he will face JT Realmuto. 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout, as Realmuto takes strike one. Oh, 1 coming up. As that one, I think, hit a bit off of Maley's leg, but he's all right. Or I think it was more off Realmuto's too, just a double ricochet. 0-2 count to him. Oh-2. Realmuto able to get a piece on the outside curveball, staying alive. As we will be excited is just seeing how Seth Johnson's able to do on the bottom of the fifth, seeing if he can keep this game as is. As obviously being down 8 runs is discouraging, but like I said, like I talked about the near no-hit ball game not no-hit, perfect game by Yuri Perez as Realmuto takes ball 1. The Marlins almost lost that game, being up 8-0. The Athletics scored 8 runs in 2 innings. Luckily, the Marlins mustered one in the 8-for-9 as Realmuto is just going to look silly on that one, as that will be out number 3 on a strikeout in the dirt. So Cameron, yet again, another hitless inning with only a walk given up. I mean, he's only given up 1 run. No, you don't want his arms to fall off, but Cameron, though, just 2 really effective innings, even after giving up a 4-pitch walk to Stott. Bottom of the 5th we go. Luckily for Johnson, it's going to be 7, 8, and 9. However, I don't even know if that's that lucky. I mean, Tolbert today has a pair of hits, a single and a double. Millie has a home run. Rojas is the only player in that list to not get on so far today. Strikeout looking at ground ball and an unassisted ground ball unassisted at first. Yeah, every Royals hitter has gotten on base except Rojas. I guess, well, not a caveat, but Caglione is 0 for 3 on the day, but did get on base due to a Trey Turner thrown error. But what I'm waiting for, Salvador Perez will either be in this bottom of the 5th or bottom of the 6th inning. It's shown Noah Cameron, who has really... there's some guy that shows like pitcher Gami. We may see that today. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits given up, 1 earned run, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. He's walked 5 batters and given up 6 hits, but only one of those runners through 5 innings has only scored, in the name of Trey Turner, as we'll get Tolbert to step in, like I said, single and double for him on the day as he takes strike 1. And I'm confused. 0-1 count. We have a new Phillies pitcher, as that's going to be a swing and a miss by Tolbert. And it's going to be Tanner Banks, which I don't know about this move by Mattingly. I think in situations like these, you can just really hope for getting a pitcher to just get innings for you to hopefully reduce the damage. But the big thing alone, make sure you have a good arsenal of relief pitchers for your next ball game, which, is tomorrow. Tolbert is able to take 2 balls. Count goes to even. Banks with a 5.86 ERA coming into this game as Tolbert is able to sky one to right field and foul. 1 game this season. He's been in 26 games. He's 0 for 4, no saves on only an of relief on average. As Tolbert is just going to smack this one to left field. We have double digits of runs here in Kansas City. Tyler Tolbert with his first home run on the year to make it a 10-1 ball game. Unbelievable. So we have yet another cycle alert as Tolbert now with a single, double, and home run. If P and Perez get a triple, they will have the cycle. And Tolbert, a guy that, which isn't the worst bat in, really that well in the slugging department, only hitting two. He has a 243, only a 553 OPS, but able to just get it one out of here, just crank it to left field into, I believe that was the home bullpen. That was his second career home run, this being Tolbert's first career three-hit game, as Maley's going to ground one to short after being in a 1-1 count, as Turner is able to throw it to first for out number 1. So that will bring Rojas, who's just hoping to get into the party, as he's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout looking and a ground out to first. Will be lefty on left again for him, though, as this ball skied high out to center field. The wind doing a lot to that ball, though, as Hill had to kind of just swarm in there to make sure the ball was under his grasp for out number 2. So back to the top of the order we go. It will be Lane Thomas, who in his last at bat was able to get a ball out of here. Thomas with a really nice game, a walk, a single, and a homer. So he takes ball 1. All these players except Rojas and Caglione are having really nice days, as Thomas will swing and miss at one changeup just below the zone. Like I said before, I don't get why you just take Johnson out of this game. That one being inside for ball 2. Because now you got Banks in the out, and if you take Banks out, that's yet another pitcher that you have not playing in this. You have another pitcher that's playing in this game that's is possible to win, like I was talking about that Athletics Marlins game, but yeah, it's just not a fun time to be spending your pitchers in this game. 3-1 count. Thomas does take strike 2, count full. Especially looks discouraging when Banks against his first batter gives up a no doubt home run. 3-2 called, strike 3. But Thomas will challenge. It looks like it may have got that bottom right corner. We will see. Yes, it did. I think Thomas was... Oh, that was a close one, too. As just got that bottom right corner. Both teams with one ABS challenge left, but we'll see if they use any in the 6th inning as we will head there. As top of the 6 will be Hill, and then back to the top of the order for Turner and Schwarber. I don't know if this is lucky or unlucky. You will probably not be facing Noah Cameron, who has allowed 11 runners to get on base, but only let one of them score. As we'll see, didn't see any Royals pitchers warm up, though, or not that they showed on the broadcast. But after being in the triple digits for pitches, you probably assume that his day is over. So not a quality start, but 5 innings pitched and just 1 run given up, and just a insane outing. As I guess it's just how you get the job done, and Cameron was able to get the job done by just waiting until the very last second in the bases loaded jams to get the final out of the inning. So I guess it technically works, especially when your offense is just completely back to you this entire game. So top of the 6th we go. Phillies with 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error. Royals 10 runs, 13 hits, no errors. It's showing Don Mattingly in that 84-85 season. Oh, I think they're showing. That's kind of cute. I think they're showing the broad. Yeah, they're showing the color commentator Rex Hudler's stat for the Royals. His stat line with Don Mattingly's stat line. Both of them played for the Yankees in the 80s. Hudley's, uh, not the greatest, but a one count to Hill. He fouls one away, count his own too. Hill seems to be doing good after nearly getting injured. He may be a bit injured after hitting the crashing his catching glove wrist into the wall. But seems like he's a-okay. 1-for-2 on the day for him with a single and a flyout. We do have a new pitcher for the Royals. It's Cruz, as he's able to get a 3-pitch strikeout to start the top of the 6th. Caught Derek Hill looking. Oh, wait, was it Steven Cruz? Was that? Turner's going to foul one away to start his outing against Cruz. Yeah, it is Steven Cruz, who coming into this game 5.27 ERA. The 0-1. That one on the ground to the third, but this is going to be a tough play. Who Rojas is going to try to do a no glove throw, but even if he did get that ball, which he did not, as unable to secure it, Turner would probably been safe no matter what. So an infield single for Trey Turner. So yet again, another inning where the Phillies have been able to get a base runner on. No 1-2-3 inning, not even close to a 1-2-3 inning today, as there's Kyle Schwarber stepping up to the plate, taking strike one. 0-for-2 with a pair of Ks as well as a walk. Oh, I guess the only closeness you get to a 1-2-3 inning is the top of the 4th and 5th innings pitched by Noah Cameron, who he got. Well, he only faced 4 batters and gave up a walk in both of those innings. The 0-2. That one will be low for ball 1. Turner first, the 1-2, check swing. And said he went around. Schwarber is annoyed as he has his hat stricken. He's right in the face of the home plate umpire. Oh, that may be an ejection coming up soon. Schwarber still yelling. He's getting tossed. If he does not get tossed, I'm going to be... And here we go. Mattingly has to... I don't think he got tossed, though. They hasn't shown Schwarber getting tossed. Harper also, who's the guy on deck ready to bat. You got to make sure Harper doesn't get in this situation either. His last ejection, though, I don't think hasn't been in a while. But Mattingly's talking to the home plate umpire. Schwarber is back in the Phillies dugout, as Royals fans just jeer and hoping that they can get a ejection in this ball game too, to really cap off their day on a Monday afternoon. So Harper steps in. Maybe he did get. So I'm going to look into that. Count as 1-1 to Harper. Since Schwarber was shooing away. I think the third base umpire, and I don't know. They didn't show a player, an umpire doing the ejection toss as Harper is going to take ball 2. Harper a pair of walks, 0 for 1 on the day. He's only hitting 1 for 9 in this series. As the 2-1 will be in there for strike 2. Schwarber retired on that check swing. Like I said, 3 strikeouts for him on the day. As that 2-2 way inside, it's going to be ball 3. As Turner just completely jogged to second base. That could have been bad too. Merrily, that ball just screamed into the backstop and went right back to Merrily. Merrily did not take a throw though, but with how gingerly Turner was going, there could have been a chance. Full count to Harper, looking for walk number 3, and he will get walk number 3. So for Cruz today, it's been strikeout, single, strikeout, walk, as he will now face Alec Bohm. Bohm had a similar situation where the bases were loaded in the top of the second inning, but grounded out. He yet again has the runners in scoring position chance as he will foul one away for strike 1. That ball being well inside. Bohm 1 for 3 today is still so far in this ball game the only Philly player to have an RBI after scoring Trey Turner on a double in the top of the first as Bohm will take strike 2. The 0-2 to Bohm. Another ground ball, and yep, Rojas ground ball to third. He just waits for Turner to come to him and tag him out. Turner was trying to do anything to stay alive, but to no avail. Yet again, another inning where multiple Phillies runners are left on base. They've stranded 3 runners twice. They've stranded 2 runners twice. And have stranded a single runner twice in these 6 innings, coming to a grand total of 12 runners left. 12 runners left on base today. Just not good today for the Phillies, as the Royals are trying to keep scoring in each inning. They've had that, obviously, the 6-run inning to get their day started in the bottom of the first, and now each inning they've scored, each inning afterwards have scored a single run since then. Had the home runs in the bottom of the second, the bottom of the fourth, and then the bottom of the fifth. We'll see if the Phillies keep Banks in this ball game. Like I said, I just find it meaningless to not keep one of your pitchers to just throw a long outing to save the rest of the arms for your pitching staff. Banks, who gave up that home run to Tolbert, and in that being Tolbert's second game where he's had 3 or more hits. Oh, that's got to be annoying. So if the Royals win this, hit a home run this inning, Kelly Wigg gets $1,300. If it's a grand slam, she gets $25,000. So that's just gotta, because Well, it's gotta hurt definitely, especially with the Royals already having 4 home runs in this ball game. Yet another new Phillies pitcher. Like I said, I still am perplexed why they're not just keeping one pitcher to just finish off this game. I believe they will be able to go to a position player in this game soon, though. It's going to be Kyle Backus, Backus, I believe, from Sam Houston State University in I think his second major league season. Pitched with the Arizona Diamondbacks in season number 1 in 25, as it will be a 1-1 count to Witt Jr. Backus, counted that sidearm throw as a lefty. As just a nice pitch on that one, changed up just below the zone 1-2 count. The 1-2 to Witt, who's going to just smack this one to center field for a base hit. Oh, that could have almost been tragic. Hill almost went over on that pitch. Hit number 14 of the day for this Royals team in just the bottom of the 6th inning. And here we go, Salvador Perez. Not likely, but a single, a home run, and a double. We also have that as well as this ball is going to be hit high to center field, but it will be just before the warning track for a long fly out for Derek Hill to secure for out number 1. We do have the same stat line for Tolbert, who has a single, double, and home run on the day. Jack Caglione steps in trying to get his first hit. 0 for 3, error, fielder's choice error, ground out to first, and a strikeout for him today. Maybe, what was her name? Was it Kelly? Just hoping to make that one person happy, get her $1,300 on a home run. The 0-1 to Caglione. That one just got the bottom edge for strike 2. Both teams with one ABS challenge left in this game. Caglione still searching not for his first hit today, but this series 0 for 10. As that one's going to be just bounced in front of the plate for Real Muto, who I don't even know what happened. He kind of caught the ball, just didn't grip it enough as it goes in front of him. 1-2 count to Caglione. The 1-2. Outside, may have been strike 3 on the outer edge. Count will instead go to even. I mean, you really don't have to, but could see if Bobby Witt Jr. wants to try hit and run. 2-2 will be low, ball 3. Yeah, I mean, the unwritten rules of baseball just are kind of being, no one cares anymore, which I think is a good thing, since I think they're dumb. But, yeah, playing small ball with a 9-run lead, that's just going to be like stealing bases, trying to do bunts, as Caglione's going to be caught looking on a pitch that's just catches the bottom edge for strike 3, so that will give Nick Lofton a chance to try to keep this, try and make that, I forget if her name was Kelly or a different name. Her last name was Wig, though. Try to see if he can get Miss Wig happy by hitting a home run here. And if they load the bases, that will be $25,000 if they can get a grand slam here. As Lofton takes strike one. 3 for 7 on the series so far. Went 1 for 6 through his first 2 games, but able to grab a pair of hits today. As Lofton's able to poke one through right field for a base hit. Witt Jr. heading to third. No, I think he just held up. So 15 total hits on the day for the Royals, as that will bring up Starlin Marte, who hasn't had a hit since that bottom of the first, I believe. Got an RBI with that single. Has grounded out and had a fielder's choice since then. The first pitch to Marte just got that bottom left edge for strike one. Marte missed a game in the series. He's gone 2 for 6 so far this series, as he will swing and miss at the 0-1 sweeper to make it 0-2. Tolbert on deck with, like I said, that single, double, and home run, as the 0-2 to Marte will be low for ball one. Oh. So it's going to be Ron Combs Jr. in right, Sosa at short, Stubbs at first, Mark Chan at catcher. So that is not Real Muto anymore. As this ball up the middle for a base hit, it's going to be 11 runs for the Royals. I'll try to look at the rest later. But 11 total runs, 16 hits for the Royals. I'll be honest, I did not expect this game today. As here comes Tolbert, in his second major league season, not too much of an offensive piece, trying to make history after single and double and a home run. He didn't make history for himself, getting his first 3-hit game today, but now has a chance to do something. But will not happen here. Ground ball to third base. The throw to first, though, not in time. It's a 4-hit game for Tolbert. Bases loaded yet again. As I think that happened to Tolbert. No, that was a different Royals hitter. But that throw by, I think it was Bohm at third, was just able to, or was that Marsh? I think that was Marsh instead. I think he got moved to right instead. But able to beat out that single, and now, if you're, what was her name? Yeah, Miss Wig. Yeah, if they get a grand slam here, that's 25 grand. That ball's hit high and not that deep, though. Oh. The camera pan did that to me as I got excited for a second, but Luke Maley will hit just a fly out to left field to end the inning. Yet another run for the Royals. Yet another hit for Tolbert, making it his first 3- and 4-hit game of his career, as we can only hope that he gets yet another at-bat to try and make history here in Kauffman Stadium. Perez also has the chance to do the same thing, flew out to center field in that at-bat in the bottom of the 6th, but still, like I said, single, home run, and double for him on the day. Perez, though, probably not the fastest player on this Royals team or in the MLB. We take a look at that top of the 7th inning before we head to the stretch. It will be, I don't know if it will be Alec Bohm. I do need to look at the defensive changes. I do want to see. Kyle Schwarber nearly got close to being thrown out. I don't think he did, since they didn't show the umpires making a motion, but really got into the home plate umpire's face. Oh, Kyle Schwarber was tossed from the game. As, yeah, he threw his hand up the flick like, come on. Oh, yeah, that was the ejection. Okay. I should probably listen to this a bit better. But, yeah, Schwarber is gone from the game. He got ejected in the top of the sixth inning. I kind of want to... I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but honestly, I want to just put that up. Even though, oh, they do get rid of live chats. I think this is the first ejection I've ever covered on the Chinchilla Sports live stream. So Schwarber tossed. It's going to be... Oh, Bohm got out to end the top of the sixth inning. But it's going to be Brandon Marsh in his fourth plate appearance. A pair of strikeouts for him and a fly out. As count will go 2-0 to Marsh. It's going to be Beck Way for the Royals. 2-0 to Marsh will get the inner edge for strike one. Also looking like Baron Perez trying to make history, but Royals offense may be able to do the same. Was finding a way to score in each inning, as the 2-1 called strike two, but it will be 3-1 instead on a successful challenge by Marsh, just 0.7 inches outside of the zone. I think, yeah, Marsh did have an unsuccessful ABS challenge in the second inning, as that will be ball 4 just high. That's a crazy stat line, too. For the Royals in runs scored, it's gone from 6, it went 6, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. As Edmundo Sosa looking to just do anything in this moment, just hoping maybe the pitcher in the name of Beck Way is the reason the Royals offense can get started. Beck Way in his rookie season, Sosa in an 0-1 count. As the 0-1, this one to third, 5, 4, not 3, no, 3. A double play on two throws that looked like they could have been safe in either direction. That's a ball, though. Marsh was close to diving in safely to second base. Yeah, close to safe at throw to second, as well as Sosa, who I thought was safe easily on that play, but instead it's a beautifully crafted 5-4-4-3 double play. Rojas did amazing just securing that ball and tossing it quickly to Lofton at second, who made a beautiful quick play to first for Perez. So it's going to be stopped with 2 gone instead of just 1 gone. This count is 1-0 to him. The 1-0 will be strike 1. So count will go 1-2 to Stott, who I think went to a knee on that last pitch. Just trying to also look at how close the Royals are to potentially making history. 1-2 well high for Stott. 1-2 is also how Stott is on the day, 1 for 2, as he's got a walk as well as a single and a ground out. 2-2. Just held up, but we will get a challenge from Malley on the pitch. That one did seem to be up in the zone. If that is the case, the Royals will be out of challenges, and they are. That pitch being 0.6 inches above the zone. Back away, though, after a ground ball, hoping to just not technically a 1-2-3 inning. I guess in some way, but 16 innings pitched, 3.38 ERA coming into this game, as he will give up a single for Stott, who was able to just lace one into right field. So a multi-hit game for Stott, as it will bring up JT Realmuto, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Single and a pair of strikeouts for him. Oh, wait, it's not going to be JT. It's going to be, it's going to be high. Oh, it's going to be Gabriel Rencones. Ball 2, which I thought that was March on. Okay. Gabriel Rencones will step in today. Lefty. As he's got a 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch. At one, he beats the shift as that ball grounded down third base, where the shift was at heavily to the right, so able to just what would have been a ground out to third if the shift was not in place. But instead, another 2-out single for the Phillies. As they're just praying that they do not have another inning where multiple runners are left on base. That has happened 4 innings today for them. Which, like I said, if you leave runners on base, but you're doing, you're scoring a lot of runs, it doesn't really matter. But if you're not scoring any runs, then it feels like even more of a gut punch. This could honestly, looking back to this season, obviously I'm not a Phillies fan, I don't follow them well. This could honestly be the worst game for the Phillies this season. Still about I think it's now 70-ish games to go, as Derek Hill takes ball 1 for 3 on the day. Single, fly out, and strikeout looking. Led off in the bottom or top of the 6th innings. Ooh. Fouls into the inner left thigh. So Hill's going to just try to walk it off. We'll see if a trainer comes on. Already a trainer has come on for Hill today, as after he singled in the top of the 2nd, the Phillies just want to make sure he was okay. As I've said this a lot of times already, but crashed his left arm into the wall after that Malley home run in the bottom of the 1st. The 1-1 will be inside, ball 2. But yeah, 10 runs given up to a team in the bottom of the American League, as the 2-1 will be fouled away. So an even count to Hill. And a swing and a miss on the sweeper. And yet again, 2 runners have been left on base. 1 run for the Phillies. And with that, 14 runs have been left on base in today's ballgame for Philadelphia. it has been unbelievable as the Royals are hoping to come back out here and instead of what the Phillies are doing each inning of leaving runners on base, they're trying to score yet another run. So I'm trying to find if there's a latest uh we're trying to find the latest outing where someone has scored of like every inning. I could be wrong, but I think it's this Brewers game. Oh wait, here's Stat News. Let me look at that. Oh no, it has happened. Oh wait, no, this. Well, that didn't happen. So we get this started. It's going to be 1-0 to Rojas, who's the only Royals hitter not to get on base, unless if Caglione hasn't got on base after an error. Has gone 0 for 4 today. Rojas 0 for 3 as he faces Trevino 3 or Trevino the third. As the 2-0 will be to first base. Harper able to get it easily to make it 3 unassisted. So yeah, it's Lou Trevino the third, who is just trying to get really back into the groove of things. I think he did suffer, could have gotten put back in the minors, but I believe he suffered an injury so far this inning. Only played for, he did get traded to from the Orioles to the Phillies. Phillies only pitching or Orioles only pitching 3 innings, giving up 12 runs, and then the Philadelphia started to pitch 2 runs, giving up. So we won't see Lane Thomas anymore. So he had a nice 2 for 3 outing with the home run. It's going to be Meisner instead. So 1-0 to Meisner, and he will take ball 2 very early. So the 2-0 to Meisner will be low for ball 3. Meisner in his 3rd major league season. As I wish my computer could load faster. There's the 3-0. And Meisner is going to have a 4-pitch walk to start his day in this bottom of the 7th inning. Oh yeah, I forgot to say to stretch. Yeah, I don't think any Phillies fans are. I think Philly fans they just want to get out. 2-5 Meisner this year, just not hitting the ball superb, but only this season. As we get yet another new hitter to be Michael Massey. So getting some players on the bench to get some fresh outings as the Royals getting ready for their next season. Series. As it's going to be a 2-0 count to Massey. Just Trevino finding it hard for some location. As it's 6 straight balls. The Royals head into, like I said, New York on a road trip. The 2-0 will be 2-1. So Trevino finally able to fire in a strike. Royals, yep, you got the trip to face the Mets and then the Orioles, and then they get to grab some refreshments to watch Bobby Witt Jr. get his first All-Star game start, as Massey will take ball 3, who is subbing in for Bobby Witt Jr., who, after going 0 for 2, managed to muster 2 hits. As that one way low, Massey takes a swing at that. Could have been 2 runners on with 1 out, but it will be a runner on, but in scoring position, as Meisner was able to get to second on that pitch in the dirt that went wild. Full count to Massey, the pitch. Ball 4. So a pair of walks, and now you're giving Salvador Perez the chance to make history. Like I said, a hitter of his caliber, you gotta hope for a miracle here. A triple is rare enough as is, but for a lot of big players, especially veterans that have used their especially for catchers too, take very good care of your legs as a veteran catcher. As Perez takes ball 1, he will take strike 1. That one may have been just a bit low of the zone. Royals are out of challenges, however. Phillies have 1 left. Even count to Perez. Here it comes, as he will foul one back of home plate. Unless if the double play happens, Tolbert should also have a chance in the bottom of the 7th for the 8th to get a rep. The 1-2. Oh, watch out. Sweeper, but aimed directly at the head of Perez, as Trevino obviously not wanting to do that. Just completely lost control of the curveball. Perez, who had a home run today, is also 3 home runs shy of George Brett's home run Royals record. The 2-2. Oh, and that one hits him. And Perez, he doesn't seem too mad. Fans are easily booing Trevino, who, 2 well inside pitches. That one, just got away again. Hitting the, don't want to see that, the forearm of Salvador Perez. He does seem all right, though, so it's going to be hit by pitch. Trevino does apologize. Good to see. As Caglianone's going to hope for his first hit. Oh, but that's something, though. Perez is going to be out. It's going to be Isaac Collins pinch running for Perez. So his day comes to an end on, hopefully... Oh, he is grimacing, though. Well, he does seem better, though. It doesn't, not in a lot of pain. Giving a fist bump to one of his teammates. Giving another fist bump. Hopefully should be all right. Sad to see, especially with the cycle implication. But Caglione a chance to get yet another run. The first pitch. That one on the ground. It's fair. It's to right field for a base hit. 1 run scores. And it will just be 1 RBI. But yet another inning where the Royals score 7 straight innings. 17 hits, so 12 runs now. It's just a nice job by Caglione, just smoking that. Just a smoking grounder that gets past second and first base. Stott and I believe that is Stubbs at first. As that will give Lofton a chance, who's just been red hot all day. As first pitch to him will be low for ball 1. The Royals are looking, though, for their first multi-run inning since the bottom of the first. It's been 6 in the first and then just a single run in each inning since then. A 2-0 to Lofton. As ground ball to first, though, but this will be the first inning since the Royals score more than 1 run since the first, as that one just rolling to Harper, or I think Stubbs slowly at first base. He can only go to first for out number 2. So an RBI ground out. That will bring up Starlin Marte, as well as Tolbert, who's on deck, hoping to do what, sadly, unfortunately, Perez couldn't because of the hit by pitch. He's got a single, double, and a home run. Marte, though, takes a complete swing on a sweeper nowhere near the zone for strike 1. So Collins on third, Caglione on second, as Marte is going to foul one away. The only Royals hitter to not, I think not even, yeah, the only Royals hitter to not get on base is Josh Rojas. I think also every other Royals hitter has gotten a hit today. Yep. As that one will be outside for ball 1. However, Rojas, who started this inning with a ground out, will have a chance in the bottom of the 8th inning, at least. As the 1-2 from Marte, or to Marte, will be inside for ball 2. If I would be shocked if the Phillies don't bring on a position player in the bottom of the 8th inning, the 2-2. Unless if they go on a tear with the offense and are able to get a good amount of runs. And same with the Royals. I think, now they can, the 12-run lead can put anyone, they can put a position player on the mound in the top of the 8th inning. 2-2 count to Marte. Here it comes. Smoked down the, not down the line, way to the left of the third base line for a foul ball. Marte 2 for 4, a single, a pair of singles, and a ground out and a fielder's choice. The 2-2. Oh, but he's just going to take that one, and he immediately knows it. Strike 3, as I think we are actually having our Royals pitcher warm up instead of a position player. Well, I guess position players don't really warm up. You just put them out there. So we will see if there will be some history in Kauffman Stadium. That's not true. Uh, Here, let me try to. Okay. Hopefully they put it up on the list, but something similar to this game that may happen. I'm not telling what. The Tigers scored in uh, each of their innings. Well, I guess I am saying what it is against the Rockies, August 2nd, 2014. I'm hoping the Royals really do, put up a stat line about it because that would be a huge uh, achievement by this offense if they can get it done in the bottom of the eighth. But first, we go to the top of the eighth where it's going to be Jose Cuas, who's just pitched in 2 games this year, 3 innings, an ERA of 6. Because it's going to be Marchand. Oh, Marchand is the catcher. Okay. He just is subbing in for Trey Turner in this game. 2-1, swung on a miss to make it count even. 2-2. And 2-2. Cuas with a very rapid pitch and delivery, especially on that one, really like a sidestep. Marchand's able to foul that one away, keep it even at 2-2 still. As the 2-2 again. That ball into left field. That one will be caught on a nice run and play by Marte for out number 1. Still has been no 1-2-3 inning in this game so far. Closest has really been that top of the 4th and top of the 5th inning where Cameron pitched in the Cameron only gave up a walk in the top of the 4th and 5th. As it's going to be Crawford now for the Phillies, who's going to just take a complete hack at that one and miss for strike 1. So Crawford subbing in for Kyle Schwarber. Did it play in the past 2 games? Went 2 for 6 this series, as he's going to take one way outside for ball 1. Schwarber ejected in that top of the 6th inning after striking out his 3rd time today and kind of doing like a flick to the third base umpire that said he went around on that strike 3 on that 3rd strikeout, which got him ejected by the home plate umpire. 1-2 count to Crawford. High for ball 2. Oh, I forgot to include the 13th run of this game for the Royals. There we go. 13-1. That's the 2-2 to Crawford. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And something historic we're looking for this game. The first 1-2-3 inning after an outing where the Royals have scored 13 runs and at least a run in each inning, with as well as the Phillies, who have had at least 2 base runners on in 7 of their 5 of their 7 completed innings so far. The 0-1 to Stubbs will be taken for 1 high for ball 1. Even count to Stubbs here comes way outside for ball 2. The 2-1 by Kuas is going to be fouled way away back to. Is that the mezzanine? I have no idea. I took one theater class. I have no idea. Stubbs at an even 2-2 count. Stubbs replacing Bryce Harper, who went 0 for 2 with a pair of walks today. The 2-2 to Stubbs will be just outside for ball 3. The Phillies do have one ABS challenge, but if they're going to face one to left, that's a bloop single. And so, yet again, we will not get a 1-2-3 inning. A bloop single into left field, just dropping behind Tolbert and just in front of Marte to have a 2-out single. But what's very likely is that the Phillies will take on a position player in the top of the 9th inning. That is the only situation where if you have an ABS challenge, you cannot challenge against said player. 0-1 count to Bohm, who's 1 for 4 in this game with a double. Still the only RBI today for the Phillies. As the 0-1's going to be way outside for ball 1. Really a nice, probably the best day at Kauffman Stadium this year for these fans. Complete opposite for the Phillies. This is most likely their worst day. I mean, I don't know if there's been a fan for the Phillies that have been tracking the worst days on their team. That'd be a fun thing to do, just trying to find the worst games. This is up there because there's one thing about getting shelled, as count is 2-2 to Bohm, but it's also you're getting shelled by a team bottom of the American League, as well as you've just not had that scoring. No, you've had that scoring opportunity. You've had numerous times where runners have been in scoring position and you've just not driven them in. Bohm fouls one off. Count is still even at 2-2. As Kuas delivers. Swing and a miss. No foul ball. I was wondering why it didn't get. People weren't that excited as Bohm was able to just foul that ball off on a nasty delivery from Kuas. Just shocking. Bohm was able to get a piece. As the 2-2. He's going to miss on that one, though. A high four-seamer as yet again the Phillies strand another runner on base. That's 15 total on the day. As we're looking to see if anything in particular happens. Tolbert, a single, a double, and a home run, as well as another single. As well as that, in the bottom of the first, they scored 6, and then it went for runs scored in each inning. 1-1-1-1-1-2. Hopefully, if they do some scoring in the bottom of the 8th, they will show a stat line, because it is hard to find the specific stat I'm thinking. I don't know why I'm trying to not jinx it. But no matter what, Tolbert will step in, hoping to accomplish his goal. As we'll see, Phillies, I would be in awe if they don't just put a position player out here. Ad's still running and is waiting to see who will be on the Phillies mound, as they've brought in, I think, a total of 3 relief pitchers, which, like I said, They weren't the best in their arsenal, but it's still odd just not to try and find a long bullpen arm to really just uh, pitch these innings for you to try and make sure your arms are healthy for, or more than not ready for your series against the Cincinnati Reds. Hoping their offense can do the magic though in the top of the. Why can't I speak today? Yeah, I'm just trying to see if their bats can do the talking as well in Cincinnati. They've almost have done the talking in this game. They just haven't been able to score with runners in scoring position today. So it's going to be Garrett Stubbs, who I think got the move from first base to the mound. He will get the pitching appearance with a 12-run deficit, hoping to keep the deficit as is. So we'll see how Tolbert does against a position player. Called strike one. Tolbert 4 hits against non-position players today, as that ball is going to be hit into center field, but will not be into the gap. As, you never know. They said no cycle today, but it's a terrific 5-hit game from Tolbert. Tolbert did not have a 3-hit game before entering this one, and now he has a 5-hit game to reflect his career on. As that will bring up Luke Pumeli, who's 1 for 4. Had the game get out of hand to start by merely hitting that 3-run homer in the bottom of the first, but has not had a hit since. Count is 2-1 already to Maley. The 2-1. Inside, ball 3. Ball 4. So it's going to be, I believe that is still Rojas. Just maybe this will be the lucky break by facing a position player. I completely jinxed him. Pop up, and it's going to be Stubbs with the catch. 18 total hits today by this Royals team. So on average, 2 hits for each player, but Rojas has 0. So that brings up Meisner, who walked in his first plate appearance, relieving Lane Thomas. He will take ball 1. The 1-0. Oh, swing and a miss on the Ephus pitch. So this ball hit into foul territory. The Royals have not, the last time the Royals have scored in all 8 innings was 1998 against the Athletics. And that will be hit pretty well to right, but just got under it, as it's going to be not Marsh. I think it's, actually not sure who it was. Runners first and third. So 2 outs. It will be up to the guy that replaced Bobby Witt Jr. in the name of Massey. He had a walk in his first at bat, as that one will get through. They've done it. All 8 innings, they have scored. That is just an insane stat line. Holy cow. As here comes Collins, too, who's going to put one into right field for a base hit. Runner does not go home, though. So 20 hits today for the Royals in just a game you did not expect. So this is the second time in franchise history the Royals have scored in all innings they've played in. They scored on September 14th, 1998 against the Athletics in all 8 innings, and they're looking for more. Caglione to right field, that's going to score yet another. 15 runs total, 21 hits today. Unbelievable. Season high in runs for the Royals today with 15, as well as season high 21 runs as well. Lofton comes up. He's been a huge contributor, as he's going to hit one high to center pretty well. It's going to be secured by Derek Hill. But history has been made in Kauffman Stadium today, as the Royals have scored in all 8 innings. I want to see when the last time that has happened, too. So there's a stat line in 2016. Oh, that's just the power rankings. What am I doing? But yeah, just a completely rare feat. I don't think the last time was 2016. Oh no. It could be number 21. If so, congrats to the Kansas City Royals. But just an insane feat. Yes. And just want to make sure that gets included after this video, just to state just the insane feat the Royals have made today. So it's the first time the Royals have done it themselves since '98. So it's going to be Brandon Marsh. Kruas will stay in the ball game as a fly ball left field. So Royals not going to a position player. It's going to be one away as Marsh flies out. Oh, it was. So the last time any team had done it was 2016 when the White Sox did it. Just an insane day for the Kansas City Royals, as Sosa is going to chop one foul in third base territory. 0-1 count. Who knew just a random Monday at Kauffman Stadium the Royals would be making history? not against a pitcher. First off, as Sosa takes ball one, that had an ERA of exactly 2 coming into this game. As the Phillies just tried to get more pitchers out there to see if any of them could get a goose egg of an inning, but the Royals just kept on scoring and scoring and scoring. As that ball goes foul, 1-2. A 1-2. That ball fouled off. So it hits off Maley's. Oh, it did a double ricochet. It hit off Maley, and then Porter, the home plate umpire, who tossed Kyle Schwarber. It hit off his mask at home plate. So top of the ninth, potential umpire injury. Oh yeah, ricocheted off both Maley and Porter's helmet masks. Porter is okay. That is a good point. These umpires also in full black today, as that ball line just fouled down the third base line, and they have to be in full black, cannot go into the dugout after each half inning. So Sosa's still at a 1-2 count, still hitless today. Does have a walk. As that ball to third, a nice diving play by Rojas. 2 gone in this top of the ninth. Fans get into watch history today. There was not even that many in attendance, I gotta be honest. And who knows? This Phillies team obviously, or not Phillies, Royals team obviously, 18 games under 500. There's still only 9 games back in a wild card spot. They have a huge chance to turn some heads. Who knows when a team can just get absolutely hot. That one called strike 2 looked like it may have been a bit outside. Phillies down to their final strike. Stott 2 for 3 on the day. The 0-2 is going to be high for ball 1. Just a terrific ball game today. Season high in runs for the Royals. Hits high for the Royals. And a strikeout to cap it off on the high fastball. Just a beautiful game today. I completely reset in 1 second. There we go. Final 15-1 here at Kauffman Stadium as we see a feat that hasn't been done since 2016 when the White Sox were able to score in all 8 innings of their game in guaranteed rate field. The Royals are able to score in every inning they play in to get a 15-1 victory. Got to see a lot of stuff happen too. Got a Kyle Schwarber ejection. I nearly saw 2 cycles reached on the names of Salvador Perez and Tolbert. Tolbert, though, able to settle with a extraordinary great 5-hit game. Didn't even have a 3-hit game coming into this ball game. As 15 hits total for the Royals, 15 runs for the Royals, 22 hits. You got to correct that.